What if I told you your engine isn't dying because of age, but because of a few cheap parts you're ignoring? Sounds crazy, right? Stay with me. Most engines fail early not from abuse, but from small, silent issues that stack up over time. Today, we're breaking down 7 cheap accessories that can literally double your engine's life. We're talking real numbers: 47% better wear protection, 2 to 8 extra horsepower, and engines pushing 300,000 plus miles instead of giving up at 150,000. No fluff, no gimmicks. Just smart, proven upgrades that cost less than one major repair. Some take minutes to install, others save you thousands down the road. If you care about your car and your wallet, this is a must-watch. Hit subscribe because this info can save your engine. Number 1. High-flow air filters. The easiest win start with this. Most engines are stuck breathing through a tight paper air filter made to save money, not to help the engine last. A high-flow air filter like K&N, AEM, or even a simple reusable one costs around $30 to $80 and does 2 big things that directly extend engine life. First, it helps the engine breathe freely. Think of your engine like someone running while struggling to catch their breath. That extra effort creates stress. More stress means higher combustion heat, more pressure on internal parts, and faster wear on piston rings and cylinder walls. With better airflow, the engine doesn't have to fight for air, internal temperatures stay lower, and bearings deal with less strain. That alone can add thousands of miles. Second, you'll usually pick up 2 to 8 horsepower and slightly better fuel economy. It's one of the few upgrades that saves fuel while also protecting the engine. Most drivers ignore their air filter until it's completely clogged. Switching to a high-flow filter fixes that problem instantly. Simple upgrade, real results. Number 2. Synthetic oil. 47% better engine protection. This sounds obvious, but a lot of people are still using regular oil like it's 2005. Synthetic oil costs about 30% more per change, around $27 to $35 instead of $20. But here's what actually matters. At a molecular level, synthetic oil is more stable. It doesn't break down as quickly under extreme heat, and engines run hot. It also flows better during cold starts, which is when most engine wear really happens. Here's the part most people miss. You change it far less often. Regular oil needs changing every 3,000 to 5,000 miles. Synthetic can go 7,500 to 10,000 miles, and in some cars even up to 15,000. That means fewer oil changes, less stress on seals, and less junk building up inside the engine. Independent AAA testing showed synthetic oil provided almost 47% better wear protection than conventional oil. That's not advertising, that's lab data. For modern engines, especially ones dealing with towing, turbos, or constant stop-and-go traffic, synthetic oil can realistically extend engine life by 35 to 50%. You're spending maybe $5 to $10 more per year, and your engine runs strong for thousands of extra miles. The math is simple. Number 3. Oil catch can. Preventing silent killer buildup. This is the one that sounds strange at first, but once you get it, it just makes sense. Every engine deals with something called blow-by. That's when combustion pressure slips past the piston rings and enters the crankcase. By design, that pressure gets sent back into the intake through the PCV system, but it's not clean air. It carries oil mist, fuel vapor, and a lot of nasty residue with it. That dirty air goes straight into the intake manifold and slowly coats the intake valves with carbon. Over time, airflow gets restricted, performance drops, and internal parts wear out faster. This hits turbo engines and direct injection cars the hardest because blow-by is more aggressive in those setups. An oil catch can is simply a small container installed in line with the PCV system. It pulls oil and moisture out of the blow-by gases, traps them in a reservoir, and sends only clean air back into the intake. For about $50 to $150, you get cleaner valves, far less carbon buildup, consistent performance, and a much longer-lasting engine. Install takes under 15 minutes, and the payoff is years added to your engine's life. Number 4. Serpentine belt replacement. Preventative. $100. Prevention versus $5,000 repair. Here's the hard truth. When a serpentine belt snaps, the engine overheats, power steering disappears and you're stuck on the side of the road. Yet most people don't touch it until it fails. The belt itself costs around $25 to $100, and if you do it yourself, it takes about 5 to 20 minutes. But if you let it break, you risk head gasket damage, massive repair bills, and in worst cases, a ruined engine. That's why manufacturers recommend changing it every 60,000 to 100,000 miles. Modern EPDM belts last longer than the old rubber ones, but they still wear out. The smart play is simple. Check the belt regularly. If you see cracks, fraying, or the mileage is past 80,000, replace it. It's not exciting, but it's real protection. Spending $50 to $100 now can save you from a $5,000 engine rebuild later. Number 5. PCV valve replacement, the $10 part. That stops $3,400 damage. The PCV valve is tiny and usually costs between $2 and $15. But when it fails, oil gets pulled back into the engine, carbon starts building up, and repairs can easily climb past $3,000. Most drivers don't realize the PCV valve is bad until the check engine light comes on, and by that point, the damage has already started. Replacement intervals depend on the vehicle, with many manufacturers recommending changes between 20,000 and 50,000 miles. Always check the owner's manual, and if it's easy to reach, replace it early. A healthy PCV valve keeps the engine running smooth. A bad one leads to oil leaks, poor fuel efficiency, and accelerated internal wear. It's hands down one of the cheapest insurance policies you can buy for your engine. Number 6. Engine oil additives. Lab-tested friction fighters. Not every additive works. A lot of them are just hype, but some, backed by real lab testing, actually help engines last longer. Products like Liqui Moly MOS2 use molybdenum disulfide to reduce friction between metal parts. Techron and similar fuel cleaners that contain PEA or polyethylamine break down carbon buildup inside fuel injectors and combustion chambers. They're affordable, usually $8 to $20 a bottle, and you add them once per oil change. Less friction means lower heat and less wear on bearings, pistons, and cylinder walls. Lab tests show friction drops by about 15 to 20%, which can mean thousands of extra miles. Just stick with products that show real test data, not marketing promises. Number 7. Lanolin-based undercoating. Rust is engine damage. This last one is about rust, and rust in the engine bay is real engine damage. Lanolin undercoating works differently than rubberized coatings. It seeps into existing rust, pushes out moisture, and removes the oxygen rust needs to spread. In a real-world test using 2 identical Chevy Colorados, one treated with lanolin, one left untreated, after 7 years, the coated truck showed almost no surface rust, while the other was heavily corroded. For about $50 to $150 if applied yearly, or $100 to $300 for a professional job, you're protecting vital underbody and engine area components. If you live in a place with road salt, harsh winters, or high humidity, this isn't optional. It's protection your engine depends on. The reality check. You can keep throwing money at frequent oil changes, basic filter swaps, and routine maintenance. Or you can spend smarter. A high-flow air filter for $30 to $80, synthetic oil that costs maybe $5 to $10 more per year, an oil catch can for $50 to $150, replacing belts early for $50 to $100, a $10 to $15 PCV valve, proven additives for $8 to $20, and yearly undercoating for $50 to $150. Do half of this yourself, and you're still only around $200 to $300 total. In return, you get an engine that can run strong past 300,000 miles instead of quitting at 150,000. Protecting your engine isn't the expensive part. Ignoring it until something fails is. So the real question is, what are you going to do?